Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So just starting off on the weekly, just want to highlight something quite important. We do have a fairly significant level right here at 16,295, and then just where price is another weekly level at 16,440. So if you just look left from where we are, you can see the interaction that we've had at this level, and looking further back, that was the previous all-time highs as well. So oscillators are all over the place at the moment. Haven't crossed over the 80, so we're extremely overbought. But this weekly is just starting to look like a bit of a flag the longer it carries on like this. Now, when we drill down to the 8 hour, you can see sort of we got going exhaustion bar into this zone that we were looking at. And obviously on the 8 hour, we're looking a little bit higher. And I suppose we should actually just draw that in. And that's around 16,478. So right now we're stuck between these two weekly levels. Look at our oscillators, they're grouped to the downside. We are above the 150 at the moment. So that is an indication that we are still in an uptrend. When you look at the 3 hour, obviously we've had the crossover and we've moved down quite strongly. But we do have this chaos in the middle of nowhere. So there's no real structure to write home about. Where prices, you can see there's this sort of, what I call that, bit of chaos here, 4th of December. But nothing else really to indicate that we are bouncing off a level. So there is still merit to think that we have some downside still to target the 16,295 area. Now, looking at the hour, and while you hit the like button, you can see clear downward trend, no debate about that. And we got into the zone and started going all over, so it started going sideways. Oscillators are indicating that we're looking for another move down, so I would be paying attention to that. But yeah, this was, what time was this? This was at the market open. So we opened down, and then we had all our data come out and nothing really materialized. So this could be some form of a rounding bottom, but what concerns me is it is still in the middle of nowhere. So if I just again move left on the lower time frames, and we're going to have to scroll left quite far, you can now see that there is actually something brewing here from a support perspective. And if I come, why we make life difficult for myself? And you can see we started trying to buy there, then we closed below it, then we're back in it, now we're in this zone. So that zone is pretty important, and we'll get the exact levels now. And if you look at it on the 50-minute, you can see how important this zone is. The upper end of it is 16,440. So if we do get above that and build a base above that, then I would suggest that we have longs incoming. If we 16,400 is the bottom end of it, so if we sort of come in and defend that, I don't think I'd be taking longs off that, and I'm not so sure I'd be taking shorts off that unless we break properly, come back and reject it, and then look for the shorts. So I suppose the key here is to treat this as a zone. Just treat it as a range. Just if we get a break, and the break's going to be short-lived in my opinion anyway, if it does break the upside, it's only 30 points. So this is my line in the sand on the 15-minute, 16,478. Break above there, pull back, retest, build a base on that, then I will take that as a trend reversal, and we will start looking for opportunities to the upside. If we do break to the downside, and I'd be looking at 16,400 for my Q, I'd want to see a break, I want to see a pullback, and I want to see a rejection. I don't want to see this kind of price action around that level. That's not going to interest me. So you can see there's a break. I'd want to see the rejection. So it could be this bar, but then my entry is below here. It could have been this bar, but then my entry is below that bar. There was no rejection there at all. So here's rejection, but we didn't really have a bar that closed below these two tails. Anyway, so I'm sitting on hands until we break this little range. And sorry, the last thing I want you to just bear in mind is if I extend the range down to here at 16,361, that would also it would have to go, because that's a low of yesterday, so it would have to go as well. They'd have to come back and test it and then drop. So this range is really small, and the range target to the upside is roughly there and roughly there. So upside range target is 16,478, and downside range target is 16,361. So not much on offer. So I think I'd rather wait for the bigger levels to go. And bearing in mind that this is strong weekly level at 16,295, 16,300, and you're going to find another weekly level. Where's our other weekly level? Right here at 16,440. Okay, so yeah, get above here, hold above it. You're looking to go long. If it does drop below this, to go short. You've got a short scalp down to 16,295 or 16,300. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.